What's up, lads? Radical back with another video, and I'm going to do another note on the community that I love so much, the hardcore self-improvement community, a small niche part of the internet, the kill the owner loser, good-looking loser, extended family of areas. And I want to talk about something that Andy and I agreed, or at least Andy, it's not so much agreed, we do agree on it, 'cause obviously we talk about how the forum goes and how it's moderated because he wants me to do a job in line with what he would do. But he made it very clear to me that he didn't want guys dragging each other down. So we want to keep it as loosely moderated as possible. In all reality, I'd like it if people showed up and didn't even think it was being moderated. That's how light touch I would prefer to be. And I know Andy would want it to be light touch himself when he was running it and looking after it. And this is like a lesson or a message that I think can be pushed out to the self-improvement community as a whole. We should not be dragging other members of the self-improvement community, guys that are logging their journeys, guys that are chasing goals. We shouldn't be dragging each other down. And I want to be very clear that I think competition is a very healthy aspect within the community. Obviously, you guys want to like set up challenges for each other and try and outdo each other. But we don't want that to turn into people like flexing on each other and making people feel bad, or going after people who, because there was a big example last year where a guy, he wasn't on board with our idea of like mass approaching. Like he thought that devalued people. And he was basically telling guys, he told a guy who had done like 120 odd approaches in a day or whatever that he was an idiot and he shouldn't have done it. And it was just like, this guy was like, obviously this guy was like super happy that he managed to accomplish something as crazy as talking to 124 new girls in a day. And like he'd done it purely as like, it's purely an exercise in like having no anxiety, being able to talk to whoever you want. And this guy he was so taken up with this idea of like pickup artistry or whatever that he thought this guy was an idiot basically for wanting to do this. And so instead of seeing an achievement, he saw it as something that he should tear down. And he spent like three logs on the thread or whatever of just like ripping into this guy for doing it and telling him that he was wrong. And I had to step in and be like, yo, we don't do that here. We're not here to like judge other people's goals and what they've done. Like if they're doing something towards a goal and they've achieved something pretty cool and they want to talk about it, you don't come on here and criticize them like that, okay? And I just don't want to see that creep back into the forum. We've done a good job, I think, in keeping people like that out. We want everyone like loves each other, that's a bit strong, but everyone wants each other to succeed, and that's great. I've done a video recently called We're All Gonna Make It. And that is the attitude that I want everyone to have when they come into the community. And you're all welcome, everyone sign up. You don't have to like do a personality test or anything like that. Just rock up, understand how it operates, understand what the community is like, and just like fit in. And I promise you, you will get the benefit out of it. You'll be able to log your goals. Like you'll be able to start a log where you're talking about your goals, and you'll get tons of people being supportive and giving you advice and being there for you when you have low points and being there for you to celebrate your high points. And when I say don't flex on each other, I don't mean don't celebrate. Obviously fucking celebrate, like celebrate your achievements. Flexing on someone in a bad way is like making someone feel bad about the lack of what they did or what they did, and then saying that what you do and what you've achieved is so much greater and that they are never going to get on your level or whatever like that. I've seen some terrible examples of that recently through a friend. And like, yeah, I don't want to see that on the forums ever, and I'll come down on it. Even though I want to moderate lightly, I will come down on guys who drag each other down, have that like crab in the bucket mentality? That's the thing, isn't it? Where they try and pull each other into the bucket. Whoever tries to escape will get pulled back into the bucket for no reason. And it's like, we don't want that shit. We don't want people like that in the community at all. And if you're in the community and you're like that, then you can change. You know what I mean? You can get better. You can listen to me. You can listen to the other people telling you that's fucked up, and amend your ways and get back on track with your goals. And that's just how I feel about it. Actionable advice, don't be a dickhead, I guess. Now, just check if you're like, I don't know, if you're being, overly harsh is the wrong word. If you want to give advice to people, be constructive, you know, be nice about it, give them props for the stuff they have done. That's important. If you give someone props for it, but that's what we try and do. Like if say someone went out to try and approach and they didn't manage to do any approaches, we still say, well done, you got outside, you gave it a go, tomorrow you're gonna actually do it, you know? That's the sort of like attitude that we have in our community. I hope that gets across. So yeah, be like that, don't be a dickhead. All right, peace out, boys.